Okay, I know, this topic's been done to death even more than my cartoon rant last week, but I just had to say something. I didn't get a chance until tonight, and I just wanted to say something about the last episode of the anime Bleach, that Ukiura is in, as well as the last manga chapter, but all I have to do is talk about the anime here, so I'll just go into that. Oh, and by the way, for those of you saying that this topic's been done to death and that it's boring at this point, well, it's never stopped me before from talking about something, so I'm sure that Doug Walker or the Archfiend has something good on to watch, but if you want to stay. You might be pleasantly surprised. All right, for those of you who might be wondering, I was a Bleach fan when I first saw it when it premiered on Adult Swim. And I liked it. It was the first anime where I hadn't been a big anime. I was not a big anime fan at that point. The only animes I had actually seen were Outlaw Star, Dragon Ball Z, Cowboy Bebop, and well, I guess you could count Pokemon, but I didn't consider it one at the time. But there's nerd politics. But anyways, it was the first anime that I had seen that had like explicit use of blood and swordplay, and I freaking loved it. And I'm one of those people who looks at Bleach now and just does not care and just wants the bitching and moaning of the people who hate it and the people who still love it to end. Just like the people who want the whole heated arguments about Call of Duty to end. Just shut up about it. Just shut up. There are plenty of other animes to bitch about. But the thing with the episode of Bleach, I am so sorry that I did not get to it sooner. Okay, in the Arrancar story arc, the one character that I truly liked, and the one character that I liked from beginning to end, was Ukiura. He was the most interesting character in the entire show and the entire manga. He was just so interesting. He wasn't like your stereotypical emo in that he was depressed. He was never depressed. He was just apathetic. He was apathetic. He did not care. He simply didn't care about anything at all. He had no emotions. He had no feelings. And he just did what he was told to do. But he was still powerful, cunning, and intelligent. Just like a Hollow. Just like what I had always thought that a Hollow was. It's not that a Hollow was evil, to me anyways. It was that a Hollow was empty, that they were just souls that had nothing driving them except eating other souls to give them some sense of satisfaction. And Ukiura embodied that. And there was always a sense of foreboding around him, a sense of power, that he could whoop your ass in a second and make you look like an idiot at the same time. So when I finally got to see him fight, I let out a little squee. So I was one of the people who were eagerly anticipating Ukiura's release form from his Zanpakuto, and it did not disappoint at all. Watching him really just kicking Ichigo's ass, oh my god, that was a fun Valentine's Day. Oh, but of course, Ichigo had to win. And this was when something happened that I could not understand. Ukiura dying. A Bleach character dying. Not in a flashback. In present time, in the present story of the series, a character died. A character who we had actually seen for more than 100 chapters died. My mind was blown. I did not understand it at all. And what I could not understand was the choice. Ukiura was a character that was prime for development. He was the most interesting character in the entire series, in that he started off feeling nothing, but being around humans like Ichigo, I don't understand how he could learn emotions from Ichigo. Ichigo's only shown that one emotion. I'm not even going to dignify it by mocking it. Or he, again, I don't see it. She's about as one note as you can get as well. But he's learning emotions and feelings. He's seeing them. He's feeling them in a way from these characters by seeing them, how they fight against all odds. I know that contradicts what I said, but Bleach is a contradiction, so why the hell should I care? But he's learning all of this stuff, and it's affecting him, and it's both interesting to him, but also he can't stand it. He wants to understand it, but at the same time he doesn't want to, because he sees it as a weakness. And then, instead of seeing him learn from these emotions and seeing him grow from them, instead we only get one line of dialogue between him and Ichigo, referencing it with Ichigo saying, now you're becoming more human. And it's like, what, huh? I should provide some context for that. They're having their fight. Ichigo can finally keep up with Ukiura, and then he actually manages to land a hit. Now it just leaves a tiny, tiny little scratch, just just a little scratch. And Ichigo is so just proud of it that he starts gloating about how he's either becoming more like a hollow, which is not a good thing, mind you, or that Ukiura is becoming more human. And to me, that just, no matter how much I thought about it, that did not make sense. So it's like, are you saying that by becoming more human, Ukiura is becoming weaker? And are you saying that by becoming more of a hollow, that you are becoming stronger? Because that really doesn't make sense. First of all, by implying that Ukiura is becoming more human, you're implying that by becoming more human, you will become weaker, that you are giving up your strength to feel emotions, but at the same time, you claim that as a human, you have the greatest strength of all. So wouldn't that mean that would work in reverse for Ukiura, that by becoming more human, he's becoming more powerful? And second, by claiming that you are becoming more of a hollow, are becoming more powerful, aren't you saying that you're becoming more like Ukiura, who is a cold-hearted, emotionless, just asshole? It doesn't make sense. You're just using pretty words to try to prove a point that doesn't exist. And then at the end, when Ukiura has been defeated by the cheapest thing in anime history, he starts breaking apart dust in the wind, and Ichigo wants to settle the fight fairly because he blasted off Ukiura's arm and leg. And it's like, he says, if we're going to continue fighting, then you have to rip off my arm and leg too. It's like, what? Dude, this is the guy who captured your girlfriend. Okay, I shouldn't say that. They're not a couple. They never will be a couple. You get the idea. And who pretty much turned Soul Society against her, who defeated you and pwned your ass and freaking shoved his hand through your chest and practically killed you, who just blasted a hole as big as a bowling ball through your chest, and you want to fight him fairly? You want to show honor to this prick? What the hell is wrong? You know what? It's not even that Ichigo's an honorable war. Ichigo is a fucking idiot. I don't care if I owe money to the swear jar. He is an idiot. God, Bleach is just stupid. And Ukiura ending it by saying, I finally have a heart in my hand. Yeah, you know what we got? We got crap in our hand. It still smells.